Tonight we bring you the story of the world's biggest mass kidnapping from a school. More than 300 schoolboys were kidnapped from their school in Nigeria. It's been 6 days now. They haven't returned home. Their abductors have now released a video. I want you to look at this first.
Dan Allah, you have to dissolve any gang of vigilantes, close any kind of schools, excluding Islamia.
Shine za a gada ma gwamnan Katsina ya gansu suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya ga sunan da ganin su kasan suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya.
All the armies that have come here to help us, please send them back. They can do nothing to them. Please, wa'annan sojojin da suka shigo su kuma babu abin da su iya musu wallahi. Jirgin nan ma a daina turuwa. Please, sir, you have to send all the soldiers and armies and this jet back. Please, sir. Please, sir, we need your assistance, sir. Please.
The boys you saw had gone to school. They haven't returned home since Friday. 6 days and counting, their families are living their worst nightmare. 333 boys abducted from school in broad daylight. 17 have been rescued. 2 have died. And with each passing day, the chances of survival and return for the rest are dimming. This is the world's biggest such kidnapping. But for Nigeria, it's not new. In 2014, 276 schoolgirls were kidnapped. More than 100 of them have not returned yet. And now, 6 years later, more than 300 boys have been taken. Both these kidnappings were carried out by the same group, Boko Haram, a name that literally means Western education is forbidden. Boko Haram has killed more than 57,000 people in the last 10 years. The Islamist insurgency has displaced 2.5 million people. It poses a threat not just to Nigeria but to the whole world. But the world is paying scant attention to this crisis. All through this week, we've been covering this story on Gravitas, and with every successive report, we can tell you the horror intensifies. More than anything else, it is disturbing for one reason. Children are being terrorized for going to school. The school is the safest place for a child after their home. But in Nigeria, going to school means risking your life. Tonight on the show, we'll tell you about the horror that unfolded this past week. We have for you ground reports and voices of the survivors, the students who managed to escape, and of those parents who are waiting for their sons to return. The story began in Katsina, in northwest Nigeria. The pictures on your screen are of the same boarding school where the kidnapping took place. The students were in class when terrorists stormed the premises. They opened fire. When the students heard the shots, they jumped out of windows to escape. Some were successful, many were not. More than 300 boys could not escape. They were abducted, split into groups and taken away. Usama Aminu was one of those who made it. This boy suffers from sickle cell anemia. Despite his condition, he somehow managed to escape. He hid inside a mosque, he says, and that's where he was discovered by locals and rescued. Listen to what he went through in his own words.
Dare yana ta yi duk kowa ga labaita har gari ya waye. Nan gari ya hara wayewa sai aka samu guri aka ce mu zauna. Bayan mun zauna muna a zaune haske ya fara yi. To bayan haske ya fara yi, safiya ta fara yi, rana ta fara hitowa, sai muka ga jirgi ya fara hitowa. Jirgi ya fara hitowa sai suka samu kalkashin itace suka ce mana mu kwakwanta. To sai muka tattashi, sai muka rika ganin wasu ƙananan yara waɗanda ba su kai waɗanda suka koro mu ba. Su saboda waɗanda suka koro mu daga cikin makaranta masu halbin bindiga ba su yi shekara 25 ba, 23, 24 ko amma 20. Tunda duk yara ne, wasu ma duk mun girme su daga ciki. Mun dade muna tafiya, ni lokacin da yake ina da skill sai kafata na ciwo. Mun dade muna tafiya. Duk na gaji. Wani dan uwana ma ya rika dahawa, na rika dahawa. Nan mutum ɗaya haka. Muna tafiya gashi can baya suna ta bugun mutane da bulala dan baka sauri. Na gaba ba su sauri ba kuma na baya su rika bugun na baya.
Did you hear what he said? Some of the kidnappers, he says, were younger than the students they kidnapped. Younger than this boy, Usama Aminu. He's only 17 years old. Who are these teenagers who've turned into terrorists to abduct school boys? Apparently, more than 100 of them stormed the school last Friday. 6 days have passed. It is still not clear how many boys were taken. Officials say more than 300, but the residents in Kankara say more than 500 of these school students are missing. 500. Many of the families fear the worst. They have been going to school every day hoping for some news, but they haven't got any answers.
ai mu muna ba mu iya kwatanta bakin ciki tun da kwanan mu hudu da muke yi ne sai karfe 6 muke barin makarantar nan in mun zo 9 na safe ko 8 da wani abu ba za mu ba makarantar nan ba sai karfe 6 ka gani a matsayin ko ai kowace mace na son ta zauna ɗakin ta to abu ya faskare mu ba bacci ba cin abinci in mun zo dan ne ma muke ganin sauki mun ga jami'an tsaro na kai da komowa sai mu ji kamar za su dawo mana da 'ya'yanmu.
Nigeria's security forces have launched an operation, but they have not met success. The kidnapping itself is horrific. What it portends is even worse. Jihadist group Boko Haram is expanding, moving beyond its traditional stronghold in northeast Nigeria. They've already terrorized that part of the country, stealing children from their parents, kidnapping and killing them for going to school. What has the government done? WION's correspondent in Abuja, Phil Izaha, sent us this report.
Well, it's actually indeed an unfortunate incident, and it's also one that puts a hole to the statement of the government saying that they've decimated the sect Boko Haram over the past years, especially since he came into office in 2015. Indeed, the government is saying that they have decimated the sect, especially with the fact that they do not hold a particular territory in the country anymore as it was before they came into office, you know. But and also that's the reason the governor of Katsina State is saying that this particular attack is still linked to local gangs, kidnappers, bandits who have caused havoc in that state, in fact in the northwestern part of the country, for quite some time now. And so he's saying that with security information available, he's still not saying that Boko Haram is linked to it. But security analysts have said in spite of the efforts by the government, they'll need to do more beyond just military might to ensure that this war is won.
Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.